Okay, in the final video here, let me talk about the grade that this essay probably would have received or does receive, at least in this current form, right? It's a current iteration. So I usually grade on this scale here of 100, 80, 60. Anything less than that, God bless, you should have used that as toilet paper. But otherwise, we're looking at roughly the 80% scale. It is sort of like the B minus work, C plus work. I thought it was a definition of a sort of like average work. It's not terrible, but it does have a lot of room for improvement. You did about 80% of the task, right? The 20% is that cleaning up perfection thing. So what did the author do? Did they answer the prompt directly? Yeah, for the most part, they kind of talk about what Kozel did, what was the piece about, what sort of rhetorical devices he used. Yeah, you're right. Examples from the reading demonstrate control and knowledge of the work. Yes and no, they do bring in some great quotes, but at the same time, it feels like they only bring evidence for parts of the reading. A lot of their quotes come from roughly the first third of the reading. It doesn't show that you have a full comprehensive maybe understanding of the reading, or that you didn't quite use everything you could have. Utilizes skills that apply to the work's requirements. So yeah, they definitely use a lot of grammatical choices that were nice. For example, the short sentence stylistic choice, or they had topic sentences that made sense for the most part, or whatever. So in this case here, yeah, your skills definitely show here and there. Makes interpretations and inferences, yet stays away from surface level at times, yet stays at the surface level at times or broad. So in this case here, sometimes this author will throw in some statements that feel a little bit like, huh, what are you saying? Or, okay, you're right, but doesn't really add much to the discussion here. So that very last sentence that we talked about in the conclusion video, that was a great sentence because it does add a little bit of interpretation to it, because they throw in that word shame and how things in America have become shameful. Some usage of diversity or diction, but limited. Pros and cons are the diction more towards the beginning was very strong vocab, but towards the end we find a lot of repetition of the same words, and it feels like we're saying the same thing over and over. So in this case here, a little bit limited. So in this case here, we're looking at an 80%. Personally, I would kind of like put it more the 75% region, but for a first work after a long hiatus of summer, I would give this 80% at the time being.